You want to pick a good company, don't you? You want to make a bunch of money, don't you? I'm not going to tell you how to pick a good company, per se. But I am going to tell you what to watch out for when someone's telling you what company to go to. Here on the Trucker Brown channel. Make sure you go to my Instagram. Follow me at Trucker Brown. Alright. You're in the game. You decide to go to CR England right out the gate like I did. That's where I started. That's my alma mater. You go to CR England, you run, you find out your check only going to be $327. Okay. What's your next move? Well, the next thing that's going to happen is a couple of friends that you got out of trucking, they all going to be telling you where you need to go. Should you listen to them? I'm not going to tell you directly not to. Don't listen to them. Like, it is what it is. Let me tell you why. First of all, you got to figure out what it is that you want. How are you going to pick this company? So let's start with some questions. How long do you want to be out? Do you want weekends off? Are you okay with being out 2 months at a time? Can I email them and get a handbook and figure out what their pay scale is exactly? Oh, that's someone else. That's not the company. Can I figure out what their pay scale is exactly? What do I need to do to make more money with y'all? These are the questions you need to ask. You know, what type of truck do you have? Do y'all have APUs? Because you may be sitting and they may not have an APU and they don't allow you to idle the truck. So you're just sitting in the elements of whatever area you're in. What is y'all savings options? Do y'all have an E-fund where I can put 2 cents a mile or 5 cents or 20 or 30 cents a mile away to save up for some investment I'm trying to do or save up for a rainy day? What are your benefits? Where do you have terminals? Because I suggest you pick a place with a terminal that's within a half a day's drive to your house. I had a guy tell me I should pick a terminal in my state. That ain't always easy to do. But you need to figure out where all their terminals are at. So if you're living in Missouri, yeah, it's a good idea to go to Prime. Because Prime runs Missouri. They own it. But if you're living in Florida, Prime may not be a good choice for you. These are things you got to think of instead of just running in there thinking, I just want some money. Now you're in a place, they don't have no freight where you live and getting you home is a problem. You understand? You got to think about those type of things. You got to say, okay, they have the truck I want. They have an APU, which means my stuff is going to be good. I'm going to be able to be comfortable. Does it come with an inverter inside of the truck? RST and Prime. If you go to Prime or RST, there's an inverter, 3,000 watt inverter right in the truck already. Most of all Prime trucks come with APUs. You're set and ready to go. You got your cooking stuff because that's going to affect you saving your money. So the truck is set up in the way that is conducive to you living well. You understand? So that's also a question. That's also a question as well. These are things you need to be able to ask yourself. Camera adjustment real quick. Let me see if that helps out. It does. That's why it was dark. Sorry if it was dark in the beginning. You'll get over it. But these are questions you need to be able to ask yourself, or you need to ask them before you decide to go in here and work for them just because you think they have a high rate of money. You know, I'm getting paid a lot of money, so I'm going to go in here and this is where I'm going to be. But they're not near you. They don't have APUs. They run longer than you want to run, all that type of stuff. You know, you have to think of these things before you go in here and choose this company. Don't worry about where I work or where any other YouTubers work. So let me tell you something. People want to come where I go. Let me tell you something. I run the road. All right, that's just what it is. Half of y'all can't hang with me. This is not to be ignorant. This is the truth. I can go 3-4 months flat. No me, nothing, and just run. I was born for this. You probably not. 2 weeks. You missing the Satchmo? You know what I'm saying? You want to be hanging out with your friends. They having fun. You want to go home. Now you trying to force them to get you to the house. You force them to get you to the house, not realizing that's going to mess up 2 of your checks. Don't hop out here trying to do what the Big Beezy do, and you ain't built like the Big Beezy. And that's a reason. I'm telling you, you can't do what everyone does. You need to ask these questions. All the ones I said, it wasn't in no order because I'm not a very orderly type of person. You should have wrote down everything I said and called the recruiter and fired them joints off and wrote the answer next to what you wrote down. And do your own research. Because I tell you to come out here and I'm flat back wide open and you can't do that. You got a weak back part. You got a weak spine. You can't handle that. And if you can't, admit it. I cannot handle the rod. Just say it. I can't handle it. I want to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't handle it. You could have made good money by going to a regional company, been home every week. A company been home every weekend. Maybe you should have went to the port and you could have been home from the port every other night and made a decent living. For that bad meat. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Everything glitter ain't gold. All money ain't good money. And everything ain't for everybody. There's OTR dudes who did OTR for 20 years flat. This is what they like to do. They don't want to do local. You need to ask the appropriate questions. Don't ask me, because I don't know what you want to do. You may be weak in the body. And I tell you, oh, go over here and do flatbed OTR, and you quit out in 2 months. Because your hand got a scratch on it, and you missed that bad meat. I'm just trying to get y'all the game. No, that's it, bro. Deal with business. I'm trying to tell you the game before you get in here and someone coax you into being in a position you don't want to be in. Now you unhappy because you didn't figure out what you wanted to do. You understand? You wanted that bad meat. And to get that bad meat, you can't be out here running on the road. There's a special breed on the road. I'm not saying we better. I'm not saying we wiser. I'm just saying we're different. We're wired different. The way you're wired, you need to get home. And you need to pick a trucking job that's conducive to you doing that. Don't pick it because the Big B's are doing it. Because what you're going to find out is you're too light in the butt to be crapping. I wanted to say something else, but the algorithm. Alright? Go on, get somewhere. I don't feel like talking to y'all no more. Go to my Instagram, follow me at Truckin' Brown. Alright? Also, a Patreon where this is going to be seen first is TB Uncut. Link be in the bio. Another thing you need to do is you need to go on here. You hit the subscribe button because you found the channel that's gonna tell you what it is. I'm not about to sit up here and play with you. I'm too old. Look at I'm 63 years old. Look at my hand. I ain't got time to be playing with you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you need that bad meat, I'ma just tell you. Sub, hit the bell, deal the business. Truckin' Brown.